Hello there, I'm Nancy Epezu and I'm the lead consultant at Pezu Smith Consulting. If you're meeting me for the first time, please, after watching this video, make sure that you subscribe and turn on your notification button for more videos on administration and management. So like I said earlier, I'm Nancy Epezu and I'm the lead consultant at Pezu Smith Consulting. And my firm focuses on helping schools to build their administration and management. And so we train, we coach, we carry out audits, and we mentor. We also write books. I personally write books for educators and administrators. I'm a chartered administrator, and I'm also a certified life coach and an education and management consultant. That's a lot of hats to wear on one person. So I'm going to show you my two, because we have run out of the third one, which is The Educator. So I'm the author of 3 amazing books, The School Administrator's Companion, and I recommend this book to every school administrator. If you own a school, if you're a teacher aspiring to go into administration, or you're already in administration, or you're even a teacher and you just need to understand what goes on at the management or administrative level, it'll be nice. It's not just nice, this is a must-have, and we have amazing testimonials from those who have read and applied the tips I have shared in these books. My books are written in very easy to read style, and they are things that you can readily apply on your job. So they're not for academic purpose, okay? All right, so the School Administrator's Companion. This goes for 4,800 Naira if you're in Nigeria. And if you're outside Nigeria, please head to Amazon right away to get your copy, okay? And this is the Effective Boarding House Administration, which was published in December 2021. And you need this if you're going to start a boarding house, if you work in a boarding house, or if you own a school that has a boarding house, or if you're an admin or a consultant that actually get to work with boarding schools, with boarding houses. So we train also, my organization trains on boarding house administration and management. We also recruit for boarding house staff and all other cadres of staff in a school. Okay, so recruitment is one of our core functions. My third book, Dear Educator, unfortunately, I've run out of the copies in Abuja. I'm currently in Abuja on a consulting job. So I've run out of the copies of The Educator that I came with. That's how much people love that book. But I have copies in Port Harcourt, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Lagos, and Calabar. So you can reach out to me, to any of my contacts, and I'll give you the contacts to all these people in any of these cities, and you'll get them delivered to you. And we deliver right to your doorstep, because I use a very reputable organization for my delivery, and you do not need to get to the motor park to pick from a driver. You will have it delivered right to your doorsteps. That's a bit about me and what I do. So I decided today to share on a topic. I'm actually busy today, but I just took out a few minutes to share with you on what I've titled Secrets of Successful Managers and Administrators. If you've been following me, you will know that I have been an administrator in 4 reputable schools. And before then, I had taught for over 10 years as a teacher in several schools, and in a few schools actually. And so I like to share my experience. And when you read my books, you see that they're mainly experiential and teaching best practices. So I'm going to share today on secrets of successful managers and administrators. So number 1, every successful manager focuses on 1 or 2 things. You know, this issue of multitasking and just having too many things to do all at once, it drains your energy here and there. What I would advise is that you delegate and follow up. So you need to just focus on 1 or 2 major tasks at the moment. You know, if you try to multitask, do this, do that there, all of the things you need to do require focus. And so you cannot give your best to something you're not focusing on. I don't know how people do it when they say they are working on 10 different tasks. That's beautiful. You will also want to check out how productive those tasks that they're involved with eventually turn out, okay? So I'll advise that you learn to focus on one thing or max two, and then learn to delegate as much as you can to those on your team. Okay, so that is it. So don't run all over the place. You're handling this and handling that and handling here, there. Let me tell you about administration and management. Sometimes you do not even have the technical skills for everything, and I don't say that you should not, but sometimes you need to focus on getting your team to get the work done. That's what management and leadership really is about. How do we get this done? So multitasking is you should do less of multitasking and learn to focus rather. You'll achieve more. And I say this from experience, okay? And then number two, they make time to play and to avoid a burnout, okay? I remember when I started, I'm a workaholic, a world acclaimed workaholic actually. And so I remember going on for 2 or 3 years on a job as a school administrator without having a leave. I had plans to be in Dubai. I had to postpone the trip. I had plans to do this. I had plans to do that, but there was always something. And, along the way, I had a burnout. I looked like a grandma. I think I shared that in one of my books, Dear Educator, where I talked about the importance of taking out time to refresh, to rest. Listen, learn to shut down and just relax. Like now the holiday is here. You need to relax. Find time to do what you enjoy doing. Do you like swimming? Do you like volleyball? Do you do the golf? Do you play golf? Do you play snooker? Do you like to watch movies and just relax? Apart from just engaging in activities that you enjoy, also take time to even shut down from those activities and rest. And don't only rest, sleep. You need to sleep to regenerate and to get yourself, really back, on track. There's something very refreshing when you've had a break and you're able to rest. So that period when I didn't take a break for 3 years, just imagine it, working nonstop. And sometimes I had to work on Saturdays. Believe me, we'll get to a point where you become so unproductive, no matter how passionate and eager you are. If you like, let passion be oozing from every fiber of your hair and every fiber of your being and your sweat. Believe me, you need to shut down and rest. I can tell you from experience that you become less productive when you do not take time. And it begins to affect your health and it begins to make you feel cranky as a manager or an administrator. And you don't want to take out that crankiness on others. Okay, so have time to rest, have time to enjoy. If you like to hang out with your friends, what do it? Take time to call the people you enjoy being with. Take yourself to a fancy restaurant. Enjoy, pamper yourself. If you can afford a holiday or to the Bahamas, please do it. If you cannot afford, look for places around. There was a time I had to go to the Obudu Cattle Ranch. I couldn't afford to travel that period, but I just took a vacation to the Obudu Cattle Ranch and I had a nice time. I also remember when I could now travel, I had to invest in that. Out of the country, I had to invest in that. So please make out time to enjoy. That's why you're working. If you fall down dead on that job, someone else is going to take it and do well on it. So never think you're indispensable. You have a role to play, yes, but you need to preserve your health, your mental health, your physical health, your energy and all of that. And you can't keep dissipating it and thinking that you just automatically refill by working harder. So work hard, be diligent, giving your all, be there when you need to be, but please shut down periodically to take a break, okay? I think there should even be a policy in organizations for managers to take time off. You really need that because you will not be productive after some time. And I speak from experience as a world-acclaimed workaholic. So don't learn it the hard way I did. So I'm sharing from my story and my journey so that you don't have to go through what I did. You can see I look refreshed now. That's because I've also learned to shut down. We had a long weekend, and so I was able to rest, you know? So that's it. Another thing that successful administrators and managers do is to delegate. Delegate, 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 learn to delegate, okay, very important. You are not the alpha and omega of the job, okay? And you rob others of using their skills where you want to stretch and do everything. Get to a point when you've learned the technical skills and you're now passing those skills to others, where you're developing your team, where you're getting them to do one or two things, and where you can relax and evaluate them and watch them grow. That's the joy of being a leader, of being an administrator, of being a manager, is to also watch others grow. So if you're always grabbing all the work and working and overwhelming yourself, there's not much joy in that. Part of your job really is to get others to do the job. Getting others to do the job through your supervision is as easy. Does it mean you're lazy? It's still a lot of work, but don't add to it by doing everybody's job. You know, someone left his or her job undone. You've gone there to grab it and just do it without getting them to take responsibility. Learn to make your team take responsibility for their task while you hold them accountable for it, okay? You are responsible indirectly, but make sure that they are accountable to you and that they get the job done. I hope these 3 tips are useful. Remember to subscribe to this channel for more tips on school and workplace administration and management, and also personal development. I share tips on personal development too. I'm a certified life coach from the Lanre Olushola Coaching Academy, and I would love to share, bits here and there always. Remember to turn on the notification bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a new video. So I hope these 3 tips are useful. Remember, focus on one thing, max 2, avoid overly multitasking and feeling like the king of the entire world and the jack of all trades. No. Remember to take time to refresh, to take time to recuperate, to take time to, just relax and sleep. Sleep is very important, okay? People say that you need a minimum of 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours sleep. Well, I must confess that I don't get up to that much sleep, but I've learned to sleep, I've learned to relax. And you can see Sterling on me, right? So delegate also, learn to delegate and don't be the one handling every little thing. And as the last reminder, if you have not got my book, Effective Boarding House Administration, please do it right away. You can buy from my website, you can buy from Roving Heights online bookstores, you can buy from Warrital, they have my books as well, and you can also buy from me directly. So the School Administrator's Companion is a must have for every school administrator. Watch out for more books that will be coming soon. I'll be releasing an ebook very soon. So watch out for it. Until then, see you in the next video, but keep being awesome. Remember to rest. You're not lazy when you rest. It means that you care about your mental health, you care about your physical body, and you want to keep it strong for the job. Ciao, ciao.